folks, welcome to the blog, and for the first time ever you get to see me on camera doing a little bit of a video blog. It's a new idea I've got a little bit of time, got the technology to do so I figured let's do it. What the heck, there's a first time for everything, and you're surrounded right now in my basement by Mark Martin flags. But one place that I won't get to see Mark Martin and you won't get to see Mark Martin this year, race fans, is at Kentucky Speedway. He's taken the weekend off, a much-deserved weekend off, as he runs a part-time schedule this year for Michael Waltrip Racing. And car owner Michael Waltrip will be in the number 55 Toyota down at Kentucky Speedway. You know, Kentucky Speedway, located about 40 miles south and west of us here in Cincinnati. It's located in Sparta, Kentucky. And last year there were a lot of traffic problems. We're just 36 days away from the Quaker State 400, and I have yet to visit Kentucky Speedway, but I have heard from multiple people that it's quite impressive. And Kentucky Speedway went out and bought 170 new acres of farmland across Kentucky 35. They're turning that into new parking. 20,000 more parking spaces are supposed to be available this year. They've widened Kentucky 35. That's the road that runs just outside of turns 3 and 4, for those of you familiar with the Kentucky Speedway. And the state of Kentucky has given Bruton Smith and Speedway Motorsports Incorporated $11 million. And Bruton said to Kevin Kelly of the Cincinnati Enquirer that he dropped, since he's bought Kentucky Speedway a couple of years ago, Bruton Smith has dropped $130 million into facility upgrades, put all the new grandstands in. But the one thing he's yet to get to is a redesign of the infield. Once they work on the traffic problems, Bruton Smith is confident they will redesign the infield to look a lot like Las Vegas. They got the neon garage out there in Las Vegas, very fan-friendly, very open, and Bruton Smith wants to bring that to Kentucky. I'm very excited about that. That means maybe a redo of the media center. It'll look good. It'll be top-notch, first class. One thing that's certain, when Bruton Smith comes in, he wants to do everything and make it the biggest and the best. Now, at Las Vegas earlier this year, Tony Stewart, our defending Sprint Cup Series champion, he won the race, and I said, you know what, that can make Smoke an early favorite for the Quaker State 400. And a lot of fans, I'm sure, around this part of the country were very excited to hear that, because we've got a lot of Smoke fans around here. Then the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series last month went to Kansas, where Martin Truex Jr. was strong all day long, but in the end he ended up losing out a side-by-side, neck-and-neck battle with Denny Hamlin as the laps closed at Kansas. Those two tracks I've picked to talk about the winners at those races because they're very similar to Kentucky Speedway, and a lot of people want to know, who's your favorite? Who do you think is going to win at Kentucky? And I always say, I'm not sure, because Kyle Busch put on a clinic last year, not just in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, but he did so in the Quaker State 400 too, and he goes home with the inaugural trophy last year. One of the big things that Kentucky Speedway has done, unprecedented, was open their facility last month on April 28th for fan days. I did not get to go down. I really wanted to go down, and it looks like the first time I'm going to get a chance to visit Kentucky Speedway is just in about 5 weeks to watch practice and qualifying and everything for all 3 races that will be down there. Again, Chris Young giving a pre-race concert. Marcus Smith of Speedway Motorsports Incorporated, Bruton's son, is very confident. Mark Simmendinger, the GM at Kentucky Speedway, very confident that things are going to go well this year. So if you're a NASCAR fan in Cincinnati, I tell you what, you got to get down to Kentucky Speedway. I'm going to be there with the guys at Fox 19. We're going to be covering all 3 races. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. If you've got any questions, you know my coverage will ramp up on the blog here. Unlikely that I'll do some more videos, but I'm definitely going to give you as much of my opinion and as much as breaking news as I can give you from the Speedway. Follow me on Twitter and keep checking back here on the blog. If you got any suggestions for me, email me. There's a link here on the blog. Leave a comment here. Anything you want to do, tweet at me. I'll take all your suggestions. If you've got any questions or interesting storylines, or even if you're going to be down at Kentucky Speedway and you want to meet up, I'm all for it. For now, have a good day, and we hope to see you down at Kentucky Speedway. If you're going to be there, you know how to get in touch with me.